Linebacker Jack Campbell had 20.6% of the tackles for Iowa last year. Total freak of nature, wise beyond his years, and I really believe this kid will be the Buffalo Bills' 27th overall pick. Welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. We got to discuss it. Jack Campbell, I'm flipping the script here. We were thinking tackle might be the best place at that 27th overall spot, but I am loving Jack Campbell here to be the 27th overall pick for Bills Mafia. The glaring hole here is clearly that middle linebacker spot. Sean McDermott, his first year calling plays for Bills Mafia, being known as a defensive coordinator in Carolina, coming here to Buffalo, having Leslie Frazier call the plays. This is the first time Sean McDermott's going to be calling plays, and I believe he's going to definitely be wanting the quarterback of his defense to be solidified. And I think Jack Campbell fits the best player DNA for that spot. His willingness, his hunger to become great. You listen to his interviews. I really believe Jack Campbell is going to be one of the greatest linebackers that we've seen in a long time, especially if he gets drafted by Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills. Surrounded by talent, Trey White, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Von Miller in this pass rush. Jack Campbell could easily win Defensive Rookie of the Year here in 2023. And some other things to keep in mind. Jack Campbell, when comparing him to other linebackers in this year's NFL Combine, statistically, he has some hindrances, right? A slower 40 time. But when you take a look at a guy like Matt Milano, they ran basically the same exact 40 time. We all know Matt Milano's fast enough. We never complain about Matt Milano being slow, right? And we speak about it here. You couple the speed with the instincts, with the understanding of the game. And Jack Campbell is dedicated to the game. He is so dedicated and focused on understanding and preparing for the game. You listen to the coaches and the staff at Iowa just saying nothing but great things about Jack Campbell and what a leader he is. Always focused not only on himself, but bringing up the people around him. And that is exactly what we need from this middle linebacker spot for the Buffalo Bills. The leader of this defense, the quarterback of this defense. You know, you got to exude Sean McDermott on every single play in, play out. You got to communicate that defense to everybody else. And Jack Campbell, knowing how smart and wise and how much he understands the game at this point, it makes a ton of sense. And then you take a look at his stats, statistically showing up across the board. I mean, how often do we say that? You got to have sacks, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, batted balls, quarterback hits. Jack Campbell has it all. He has it all. He shows up across the stat line. Maybe not a high number of sacks, but he still has sacks. And I've been saying that Luke Kuechly, 2017, after he already proved himself as a Hall of Fame linebacker, after 2017, allowed the lowest completion percentage of any linebacker to quarterbacks. And I really think he is just a work in progress. He was constantly working in progress. After that season, Luke Kuechly said he needed to work on his pass rushing skills. So knowing that, Luke Kuechly maybe wasn't the best pass rusher after he was pretty much known to be a Hall of Fame linebacker, it shows you that maybe the pass rushing skills for the middle linebacker spot isn't that important. And I think having guys like Von Miller and the coaches on this defense could easily help work those pass rushing skills. And I really believe Jack Campbell is going to definitely be that 27th overall pick. Now, I've been kind of talking about DeJuan Jones, the tackle there, having a lot of value for the Bills at 27th, coming in to compete with Spencer Brown, being that Spencer Brown was definitely, I would say, the weak link on this offensive line. But you take a look at all the guys that we brought in, right? Jarvis, Edwards, McGovern, Bucker. We have Bates, right? The interior of the offensive line is pretty much set. And then you take a look at the outside. We have David Quessenberry, who we had last year. He could play guard and play tackle. And we have Spencer Brown. So I don't know. What is the value? And you hear what Brandon Beane says. Like, he needs to do a better job drafting guys that contribute early. Now, if the Buffalo Bills expend their 27th overall pick, a first-round pick on a tackle, and Spencer Brown comes out and wins that competition in this year's training camp and yet again proves himself to be a solidified right tackle instead of this swing tackle, what is going to happen with that first-round pick for the Buffalo Bills? You know, are we going to really see him? We got Deion Dawkins. We got Spencer Brown. I really believe that the Buffalo Bills would be better off spending that first round pick on a much bigger positional need at middle linebacker. I mean, who do we really have there at middle linebacker? Terrell Bernard, who I kind of see more backing up Matt Milano. You know, I don't know if he's going to really be a starting middle linebacker for the Buffalo Bills. I mean, he very well could be. Balin Spector, another guy that can contribute at that middle linebacker spot. But again, Jack Campbell, 6'5", 250 pounds, you know, it ran a 4.65 40 time, but he has the instincts. And you look at a guy like Trenton Simpson, who I've been awfully high on, you freak out and you see a 4.43 40 time out of Trenton Simpson, and you assume that Trenton Simpson is going to be faster or read and react to the football, get to that ball as fast as possible. Who would ultimately get to the ball faster, Jack Campbell or Trenton Simpson? And you take a look at the 3-cone drill and shuttle times for both of these guys. Jack Campbell at 6'5", 250 pounds, had a faster 3-cone and shuttle than Trenton Simpson. So even though Trenton Simpson ran a 4.43 40, Jack Campbell, you couple his 3-cone drill, his shuttle time, his instincts, man, I really believe Jack Campbell is going to be the Buffalo Bills' 27th overall pick. He fits this defense. And, you know, the size factor, Steve Tasker mentioned this. When you have 300-pound offensive linemen coming at you and you're a little bit undersized, like a Trenton Simpson, right? Only 6'2", 6'3"-ish, 230 pounds. It's very, very hard to block shed and get off those blocks. But the argument here is that the Buffalo Bills have an offense that forces opposing offenses to pass. It's not very often they're going to run the ball against us. And then you couple that with this defensive line that has proved to stop the run in 2022. In 2021, we couldn't stop the run. 2022, we have Shaq Lawson, Jordan Phillips, Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, Von Miller, Ed Oliver, AJ Epinesa, Boogie Basham. We have everyone coming back from this defensive line in 2022 to 2023. Daquan Jones wasn't there against Cincinnati, and that was a big loss. So I think there is still room for an additional piece, a big fella right next to Ed Oliver. And Jordan Phillips was banged up with the shoulder too. So if we're a little bit healthier, I think the Buffalo Bills could definitely still stop the run, lock up those opposing offensive linemen, not allowing them to get to the middle linebacker. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am rolling with Jack Campbell to be the Buffalo Bills' #1 pick in this year's NFL draft at 27th overall, maybe even trade up for him. Mentioned this in my previous videos. Brandon Beane has had 31 trades. He trades at least 29% of the time during the NFL draft. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, subscribe. Jack Campbell's my guy. This is it. Come the Bills Mafia, win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm calling it now. Go Bills. Peace.